madre mía. Vamos a cerrar el Discord, que no hace falta, no pinchulo. Vale, eso está ahí. Witness, volvemos. Vale. Hemos vuelto, a lo mejor peta por eso. Aunque eso es el vídeo, coño. Vale. Ahí estamos. Entonces si yo me llevo esto aquí, así, aquí, esto aquí. Vale. Ah, pues esto es lo que me debe de haber petado. Vamos a probarlo otra vez. funciona realmente. Así que tendré que... Ah, bueno, me puedo crear un hotkey. Ah, coño, un espectador soy yo. Quick Transition. Ah, mira. Switch Twisting. Control R, Control Alt S. Uy. No. Subirme. Ya está. Ah, ahora sí. Vale. Bueno, pues si me voy acordando de hacer eso, a mí lo que... Okay, we are ready. So let's get started. First of all, let's see what we got. We got a giant wall of comments. That is a good start. So if my two spectators don't know, my two viewers don't know what Perlenspiel is, I explained a very little bit on the description, but essentially it's an engine, a very relatively small engine. You can see here the documentation for the engine. Yeah, so here at the right side we have the all the different events, grid bits. We can draw geometry and that kind of thing. Maybe only squares, I'm not sure. So right now we have a grid of 9 by 9, I think. Oh no, 8 by 8, yeah, that makes more sense. Essentially what we want to do is try to create, well, the first goal is to create a line, just a line. I know nothing about the engine, so the first thing is to learn how to draw stuff. So let's draw a pixel. For that, let's go back to Sublime. Let's see how big do we want our grid to be. I think for a starter it'd be good to have a 4x4. 4x4 sounds nice. So it seems quite straightforward to do this, and if we go back to if we were to update, there we go, 4x4. It'd be nice to have a hook that updates, that refreshes this, but we'll look into that at some point. So function should normally begin with a call to the grid size. Okay, that's fine, we got that. This is also a good place to display your game title or a welcome message in the status line above the grid. Uncomment the following line and change the string parameter as needed. So here let's change it to witness me, sorry, which is the name I decided for the game. Okay, fine. Well, I'm liking it so far. It seems it seems easy. So we initialized our grid. Call on the left motion. Okay. We don't want. No, yeah. Let's do touch. Oops. Let's uncomment this block. So we have the touch event. This seems to. My guess before reading the comments is that this gets where you clicked on, you pass some data, and you have options. I guess maybe you can detect if it's the right click or something. Let's see. Call when the left mouse button is clicked over bit XY or when bit XY is touched. This function doesn't have to do anything. Any value returned is ignored. Okay, that's why X number, well, any number. Okay, the JavaScript value previously associated with bit XY using ps.data default 0. Options object, a JavaScript object with optional data properties. See API documentation for details. Okay. Let's go to the comments and see how we can change a color. Okay, this seems fine. So if we go here to the comments, okay, to the documentation, we have a few different stuff. I'm alone. Anyways. ps.color. This seems to be the one we want so far. So with this, I assume we can decide which color we want a bit to be. So X, Y seems fine. Now a color. What the heck is a color in this language, right? Well, in this framework, the language is JavaScript, so colors, nothing about colors, that's fine, it's probably in constants. Colors, there we go. Let's try black. Now I save, update, and whatever I click, yeah, okay, easy. Okay, that's simple enough. Let's go back. Random seed. Okay, so now we want to do something like limiting the path we can draw. Maybe use the I'm sure we can use the K up, K down. So I'm sure we can use the keyboard input, because I tried a little bit. So yeah, we have ps.input. Let's see that. The documentation is great. We can even use the wheel. Maybe we'd rather have key up and key down. Key down sounds fine to me, but scale when an input device event is detected. Using a mouse and or keyboard for input as the engine migrates to other platforms. Okay, so this is more generic. We want a key. We don't want keystrokes, so key down seems to be the one we want. So or actually, let's see if we can make it work exactly like the witness and use the mouse maybe. ps.enter when the mouse cursor or a finger touching the screen enters a bit. Okay, we can do that. Okay, I see. So we have a few utilities here for that. So if we use ps.enter, let's actually go and read it. There we go. ps.enter is called when the mouse cursor or a finger touching the screen enters a bit. So essentially when you hover over a bit, we want it to highlight, so to give some kind of feedback to the user, to the player. That's probably the wrong order to do this stuff, but I'm happy with it. So what the documentation says is that this is a function that is in our ng is an event that will be detected by it automatically. I don't have to call this. This is in our predefined document, in our base document. The x and y parameters, that's a simple one. The data parameters is the value previously assigned that seems to be shared across, and the options has different things. And you can see if it was touching before it entered the scene. Okay. We may want to use touching to avoid some stuff. We'll see. Startup warning is displayed if ps.enter is defined as anything other than a function. It is defined as a function already, so that's fine. Let's go back to Sublime. Now, ps.enter here has basically the same explanation. So let's go and do what we learned. So ps color, I'm gonna assume you can use gray, and because they are American, it must be gray with A because it's America. I know it sounds stupid, but it does make sense, okay? Bear with me. Okay, so okay, so we have ps.enter color gray. Okay, let's try it. Okay, oh yeah, right. Now it's drawing on everything. We don't want that. We only want it to draw on the one we are already in. And if it's already drawn, we don't want it to replace it. That's not very good. So we have ps.enter and we have ps.exit. I think that's an easy one to understand. So let's go and undo whatever we did. However, that will require some extra stuff. For now, let's just make it white again once we exit it. The problem is that now we will have well, now it's working like we want it, fine. But if we click, oh, look what happened. Oh, we lose our black color, so we don't want to lose the black color, so we should store it somewhere, somehow, and that's a little bit more, that starts to get more complicated. So as I understand it, data holds the value that was there before. So when we enter this, we want to record the previous color that was in there. As we enter a bit, we wanted to display the previous color, not white or whatever. So we need to store the value that was there before, but we cannot just go and use data. That's not good for us, because if we just use data, it's gonna revert well, to the previous value. I'm afraid I cannot explain better right now, as I don't really get it, but essentially, if it's okay, here I have my window. If this were to be black, the previous value, when we hover over, it's gonna always, when we when ps.enter is called, it's always gonna be white because we left. So what we may want to do, actually, it's just, we don't need to save any data. We can just not affect the block if it's already our color. So if it's black, we don't change anything. I think that works. Let's try. Now, how do we know what color is a bib? That's we need to figure that out. So I'm assuming that it's gonna be either ps.data or ps.color. ps.color, I'm assuming, changes and inspects. Yes. So if we don't put the color, it's gonna bring us back the current color. Let's see if I'm right. The required x and y parameters indicate the zero-based column and row position of the bit, respectively. An error occurs if either parameter is negative or exceeds the dimensions of the grid. Multiple bit assignment is supported using ps.all. Oh, okay, that's good to know. The optional color parameter can be supplied in any of Perlenspiel 4 color expression formats. Oh, they have a lot of color expressions. Let's see what's that. Oh, we can use RGB, explicit parameter, PS default, PS current. I'm not too worried about that. Array format, okay. Object format, okay. Anyways, what we care about for now, we are only gonna use the constants. I'm happy with the constants. So if ps.color, as I understand it, can inspect the color we already have, I'm gonna assume that it brings back exactly the constant we are using. So let's try and change my arrangement. Okay, so are we in Sublime? No, right? Okay. So ps.color xy, ps.color black, that's fine. So if we come here, well, let's copy the color code just because I'm lazy and I don't want to write, yeah. And we inspect here ps.color, we call it with x and y because obviously that's the cell I want to use, and I'm gonna disregard the way they wrote it because I'm a classic guy. I'm a classic guy, I like my classic way, and I've been using GDScript in Godot engine, so I'm forgetting all the all of my semicolons. Not that it matters in JavaScript, but well, JavaScript will add it later anyways, I believe. So we don't like that. We want our code with semicolons, because otherwise I will end up forgetting them when I go back to work and I have to program in C#, and we don't want that. At least I don't. So don't bother me. Okay, so that's good for now. Hopefully I'm not making you dizzy. So if ps.color xy equals triple A equals, because this is JavaScript, if it's color black, do this, do that. Oh, actually we wanted to execute the code if it's different, not equals. So if we go back to our code and we update, hopefully that's gonna be working fine. That works. Yeah, now it works exactly as we wanted for now. So next step, what will be our next step? We're not gonna bother with handling errors for now because that's boring. It is very important though, but it's boring. So I just realized that we may want to have a bigger grid. So we need, let's reset this. So if we want to do a puzzle like the ones in the witness, we need some kind of lines. Let's say this is the entry and this is the exit. Oh, So if someone doesn't know, if some of my basically zero spectators, viewers doesn't know, okay, you can see that. We have well, in the witness, this is the entry of the puzzle, this is the exit, and for example this puzzle consists of separating, dividing the black bits from the white ones. So the solution to this one, hopefully it will be clear, is you click here, you do this, boom, that's the correct solution. So we need to find a way of forcing the user to stay on the straight lines, so you don't go into the middle of the bit. So let's forget about the bits for now. We only want to copy the line system. So if we want to do the line system, we need to have squares that we can fill in Perlenspiel and squares that we cannot fill. Okay, fair enough. So in this example it will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we need a 3 by 3 grid, but we also need the empty spaces. How would we go about that in Perlenspiel? I'm not sure if that's a simple one, but I think it's doable. Let's see if I'm right. If I'm not right, this project has ended. But it's probably doable. Maybe not by me. Let's see. So we need one square here that takes you to another square here that will be like the middle ground. Yeah, it is doable. Then another one here, and this one. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder if that's how the actual game is implemented on the inside, and then you just interpolate the line or something. So we actually want a grid that is 5 by 5. So let's change our grid. Wait, 5 by 5? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, seems clear. Here's some function. 5 by 5. Now we got it. I'm sorry, but I need to make my mind clear, so we'll have some downtimes. It seems like we have one viewer, yeah, so don't be scared of saying hi. Okay, next thing then, okay, let's try our 5 by 5 grid and just to see how that looks so far. So if we go to oh yeah, we need to refresh. Okay, so now we have this. So for example, if we compare it to this, right, let's put it here. Let's see if that looks fine. Yeah. If we compare it to this, we are trying to copy the middle one for now, so that's good. So for example, the solution, right? This is quite easy one. So the next thing we want to do is to draw wherever we click. No, sorry. We want to draw. If I click here, we start drawing, and if I move it, right, I want the code to be creating the line, so it will be something like this, but just with one click. And if you click outside or something, it should clear up whatever is in our color. So if we do that, we should make something to clear, because I don't want to be refreshing all the time. But let's just go with that for now. Okay. So because what we want is to copy that, then we want the hover mechanism. So every time you enter, once you are drawing, it will make line. For now it will make line wherever we go, and we don't want that, but we'll add like exceptions later, so you cannot draw here. These 4 spots are empty space, and we don't want to draw there. So what we want to do is go back to Sublime, Sublime, and when we do touch, yeah, we start drawing. Also, we can only click on the correct squares, but we are not bothering with that for now. So I believe, yeah, we can create globals. The following comment lies, well, if I know my JavaScript, I can just do this, which I think it's fine for this project. Oh, I'm not gonna pronounce your name because I don't wanna be a problem, but your name sounds like Emacs, the text editor, so that's fine. So you're interested and working. That's fine. That's nice. Have you ever used Perlenspiel? Well, you don't have to answer all the time. That's fine as well. Okay. So welcome. It's my first time streaming, so hopefully the quality and the experience is not too awful. Okay, so let's focus. Var, let's call it, let's find a nice name for our variable. So drawing line is drawing line. It's drawing line, a nice one. Let's say player is drawing line. I mean, is player drawing line. I like clear names. I don't care if they are long. False. And just to make sure, we are gonna initialize it here as well. You can see it here. Let's follow Brian Moriarty. What a name. Comments, just because, doesn't really matter, but we are following his comments. Semicolon, semicolon. So when we touch, what we want is to make this player drawing line true. Now, while this is quite easy, now we stop drawing. I'm not gonna delete it, I'm gonna comment. Never delete on your code. Just comment it. You can delete it when you are sure you don't want that line anymore. So if it's different than black, we make it gray. We are gonna keep doing that. It's probably less optimal, but it's just a check, so that's fine. So if player is drawing line, instead of coloring it gray, we are gonna color it black. For now, black is gonna be our color. Actually, let's be clever. Let's be clever about this. If we are clever about this, okay, ps.enter is gonna make it black. But instead of making it black, what we are gonna do is create a variable that we can change anytime to decide what's the color of the line. So the color of the line, well, line color obviously, and because we are already writing in American, because gray goes with A, let's write color as color, not color. Line color, let's say is black for now. So line color, let's also initialize it here, because why not? Line color, well, I could test the variable, but anyways, line color ps.color black. Fine. So when we color, we use line color. Now, instead of checking with color black, we are gonna check with our variable. So now we can change the color anytime. We should do the same for the gray and the white outline, the default color, but it's fine. It's fine for now. So the line color, yeah. So on the ps.enter, we draw the line if we are drawing. If we are drawing, however, on ps.exit, with, remember, is when you exit a bit with the mouse, what we want to do is revert it to whatever color, which is gonna be white every time. Is what I was doing. Oh wait, if it's flying, yeah, white is fine for now. And maybe it's a good moment to actually do this variable before we write it a lot of times. So empty color, let's call it empty color. Now as well, because we want to be using good practices, we initialize it too, and wherever we are using that variable, we replace it. Oops, empty color, empty, both could work fine. So let's change to our Perlenspiel view. Let's see, I think that will work nicely. This is still works fine. Now oh, what happened? Okay, that's fine. I click. Oh, yeah, because when we release, I think it's because I said if it's drawing line, change it to white. Yeah. So let's go back to Sublime. Is player, well, when it's ps.exit, if is player drawing line equals false, then we assign the empty color. If it's doing it. Oh, but we can only make it white or empty color if it's going backwards, but the ones we already draw are already drawn and we don't want to be deleting the line. That's gonna be harder for me. Let's forget about the ps.exit for now. Let's check the other stuff works. It's very important to playtest all the time. Every change you do, you should test it. It's just the right thing to do. Let's see, update. Okay, now the highlight is doing it everywhere. That's fine for now, but if we click, okay, if we click, it is following us. So now we can we're gonna start playing Snake or something. Okay. So if player is not drawing line, we don't want to be drawing the highlight line all the time, because that's gonna be a problem. So this one can remain working, but ps.color, line color, and is player not drawing line. Now we update. Okay, so the highlight keeps working as intended now, and we can draw, that's fine. So, problem, we have our first annoying bug. If I click on a highlighted square, for some reason it remains gray, and we don't want that. We want to draw it black for now. If we want to draw it black, what's going on? ps.enter makes it gray, and if player is drawing line, then we make it the line color. Because see, this is the thing, guys. The line we didn't delete earlier, it's actually should actually be in there, because when you do the first click, well, you want to draw that cell, isn't it? So stupid bug is out. So now it should work like I want it to work for now. Exactly. Now I just found an issue. If we draw the line and we go outside of the border, then we can break the line, and that shouldn't happen. Now, how do we fix that? That's a very good question. That I'm assuming we can inspect the mouse coordinates, so we will draw whatever cells are closer to the mouse, but we are not gonna bother with that for now either. For now, what we want is to what should be the next step? Making the line go where we want. If we go back, we should define first what cells can be drawn and what cells cannot be drawn. So these ones, we don't want them to be drawn. Now, how do we do that in a fancy way? We are gonna pause the stream for a little while, because I need to go to the bathroom. Shouldn't take too long, so we'll be back in a minute. Let's pause the stream. We will do that. Okay, see you soon.